My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
I ain't never gonna pretend that I give a damn. Anybody who's offended, come get it, we throwing hands. Anybody not trying to make America great again, you a punk, you a clown, better know where I stand. I'm the white boy with the middle fingers in the air, dog.
We don't give a what.
100 white boys gonna hold me down anywhere, dog.
We think that you suck.
My patriots the craziest, they ain't afraid of breaking fists on faces. If you really wanna taste of this, no safety tip, just aim the stick and spray the clip. I pray you miss, cause if you don't, they gon' go wacko. Automatic gun smoke like tobacco. Never hit a lady, but it's pretty hard to tell if you're a girl or a they, them, there's these, that, those. I ain't never gonna take a knee for the anthem, smack 'em. I don't give a damn, can't stand 'em. Gang full of randoms, fan with a handgun. Run up in your mansion, leave it all abandoned. I was raised to be brave, to the grave, United States. We love the country that they've been corrupting, go woke and go broker if you ain't awake.
My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American
Got that
flags.
AKA all Draco, leave you stankin', break your ankles. I'm not hearing what you saying. Hit the pavement, now you seeing angels. It get dangerous, go against the Patriots. Got all the bangers. Take a look inside my closet. You gon' see way more than hangers, hammers like I do construction. Ammo, I'ma shoot at something. Why you think we own these guns? So we could just go do some hunting. You must not pay close attention. Government, they want division. Only treason if you lose. I guarantee we come out winning. Let my flag fly high like eagles. I would die for all my people. You can't change me with procedures. I'm about freedom, you about evil. Leave you hanging from the ceiling like chandeliers in cathedrals. Never have the safety on, and when we run out, we just
My
reload.
people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. Every time we pull up, you see stars, you see stripes, you see flags on the cars and the trucks and the bikes. Every time we pull up, we go hard, we outside, we got flags on our arms that are tatted there for life.
Every time we pull up, we don't care if you mad. We cherish this land. The haters can get buried in rags. They set fire to old glory, turning fabric to ash.
But every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
Not all Republicans are racist. The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors cause they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them.
They can't stop us, cause we're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us. But we won't let freedom die, the whole world's brainwashed.
Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets.
The whole world's brainwashed.
It's us against them, it ain't you against me.
Step 1, train the people only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4, separate the right from the left. Step 5, separate the white from the black. Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7, fabricate a problem made a lie. Step 8, put it on the news every night. Step 9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design.
They can't stop us, cause we're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us. But we won't let freedom die, the whole world's brainwashed.
Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets.
The whole world's brainwashed.
It's us against them, it ain't you against me.
Clean up in aisle 5. You're gonna need tear gas, pepper spray, and assault gear just to listen to this show.
Sasquatch, the moon landing, UFOs, 9/11, flat earth, JFK. All of these things have one thing in common: unanswered questions. So let's get to the bottom of that.
Now here's something completely random.
Animals in action, animals in action.
Random.
We using that in the intro?
Thank you and good night.
Iceman Enterprises exclusively presents a talk show that will get to the bottom of things once and for all. And now here's your host for Let's Get to the Bottom of That, a bunch of weirdos on a mic. It's time once again for your mind to bend. Let's get to the bottom of that. All the weirdos except me, I'm fat. Yeah!
Every time.
What? Every time.
Every time you say you're fat at the end, bro.
Yeah, it rhymes. Bottom of that, I'm fat.
There you go.
Welcome
What if it was
into
bottom of this?
another episode. It's been a while, so it's kind of crazy when we get back together
Yeah.
and start recording. It's just wild.
It's just the energy comes alive.
It's the
bro.
energy. It's like we haven't done this in a while, but we're back. Here is another episode. Today we're talking about the Titanic, and you don't want to miss it. So, matter of fact, we're live streaming right now on YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, Facebook, and also TikTok. Want to welcome into the show the other weirdos. We got Joey
Oh!
and Curtis.
I like boats.
Curtis is sporting, of course, a different hat. Every episode he has wanted to sport a different hat. Ravenclaw. If you don't know the reference, I'm not going to tell you. So we'll leave it at that. Also, if you want to update the folks, we had an update on the P.O. box that we haven't really blasted out. Last P.O. box. I hope nobody sent hats to that P.O. box because somebody has got a lot of hats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or a lot of new
tons.
photos.
Yes. A lot of pics.
A lot of anthrax.
A lot of anthrax.
I like I bleep my own self out. Right.
I'll have to pull that back up.
Oh, you do? You don't know
I think
the
it's
P.O.
like
box?
P.O. Box 62.
P.O. Box 62.
I had spent so long memorizing the first one, and now it's gone.
And you remember how did
Just-
you? So you're memorizing the wrong PO box.
No, I had that P.O. box, and there was a mix-up. They ended up canceling our P.O. box, and then I was like, oh, I thought we still had that, and we didn't. So we got another one.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, just for clarity, the when these episodes drop, of course, we are in the. It's almost Christmas time for us when we're recording
Yeah.
this. But by the time you hear this, it'll be after the New Year. So happy New Year to everyone. I hope you made it. I hope you had a great 2024.
Go to the gym.
Go.
You guys remember that guy?
That's it.
Spit stuff and then go to the gym.
I don't remember that.
Oh, really?
That's crazy.
I'll pull it up
Sorry, bro.
later.
Any-
Sorry we couldn't go there with
I
you,
like-
man.
Everybody listening will
well,
understand.
I just realized your beanie's on the outside.
Yeah.
Of, I should try that, but that looks pretty.
Looks
Oh, that's
pretty
good stuff.
Looks pretty good.
All right.
doesn't it?
Okay, so if you'll notice, we're missing one of the weirdos today.
Whoa, where'd he go?
Jason is not with us. I think he's on location. Matter of fact, I think he's shooting down drones on the north side of Baltimore.
Yeah.
So I hope you're having good luck with that, Jason. By the way, if you want to call in the show, it's 913-717-9979. If you want to be part of the show. Now, you can call in, interrupt us at any time. Anytime we're talking about whatever we're talking about, just interrupt us and tell us how good we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only good news.
Yeah, only good news. And tell us how much you enjoy the show, or you can just tell us your top conspiracy that you want to talk about on the show. 913-717-9979. Also, we should get a field report from Jason. He should call in and let us know just what the heck's going on out there with those drones.
Yeah.
This week's question of the week, what city was thought to be fictional until clues from Homer's book, The Iliad, led to its discovery?
Oh boy.
So there's a city. Everybody's like, nah, that's not a real city. What do you just made that up. And then they got Homer's book. Was it A, Athens, B, Troy, C, Atlantis, or D, Delphi?
Troy.
So if you know the answer to that, just scroll right down below the episode you're on right now, if you're on Spotify, and answer the poll question of the week. Other than that, we're live, so check yourself, boys. Do we have anything that's current news other than the drones? Like hot topics out there we need to talk about? We always do that. I always say that, and everybody's like just silent. They got nothing.
We don't watch the news.
I just saw that some German Christmas market got attacked and 5 people are dead.
For what?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
A German?
And yeah.
What did you say? A
Christmas
food,
market?
A
Christmas market. German Christmas market attack. Toll rises to 5 dead, over 200 injured.
Where was that at? Chicago?
Yeah.
Chi-town?
You would think it would be. It was
German? Germany?
Magdeburg. Magdeburg.
Where's that
Germany.
at? Is that in America? Oh, German.
Who's
See,
out here ruining Christmas, dude? Come on, bro.
That was a.
Do we have any info on that? Who's the shooter?
Yeah, it said the German leader said the Saturday after, or the hours after authorities identified the suspect as Talib al-Abdulhossein. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. 50-year-old Saudi doctor who officials said had expressed anti-Islamic views. So I don't understand why shooting up a Christmas market.
He was anti-Islam?
Yeah.
The shooter was?
He had expressed anti-Islamic views. So
Okay.
Wow. I'm going to check this. That reverb sounds crazy.
It really does.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody else can hear Buzz.
We're
but
entering this.
we're the only ones that talk about it. But if I don't have that up a scotch, I won't hear the phone calls. 913-717-9979 is the number to call if you want to be part of the show today, because we're live streaming. And a lot of people's been asking us, when are you going to do a live stream? So we got question of the week. We got any thoughts? I don't know. Let's just go. Let's just jump into the Titanic.
Well, do we want to talk about those drones for a second?
We can.
What do you think they are, bro?
I think they're drones.
Okay, whose drones?
I think they're government drones.
I do too.
From us.
I heard
Because
it was a detection of
here's what I
nuclear
heard.
stuff.
Here's what I heard from the Pentagon. There is an Iranian mothership off the East Coast, and these drones were from that mothership. A lot. You think I'm stupid?
Yeah.
You're going to let an Iranian mothership close to our coast? You're dumb.
Not gonna happen.
Why?
What's an Iranian mothership?
Exactly. Why would you say that statement like that?
That's what the Pentagon said?
Yes.
I heard it was like
Somebody
a
fact check.
briefcase nuke
913.
that they're trying to find.
What?
Yeah. I
Are
heard
you serious?
Yeah, like the drones were like, hey, I can't remember where I heard that though. It was like, don't shoot these drones down. We're trying to stop a threat.
Okay, so you got other credible information.
I don't know.
Is that from the
credible it is.
Pentagon?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like
with
everyone's-
deep sources.
Yeah.
Level 20 underground.
Level 5.
What do you think?
I think it's for sure government. I think the reason why it's so there's so much coverage on it is because of what recently happened with the insurance agent. I think so. I think it's it's a way to get everyone's attention from what just happened to drones.
Did you watch that video I sent in our chat? That dude explained exactly. Thank you. That dude explained exactly what a psyop is, like the things to look for, and they all check the box.
Really?
Yes.
What did he say?
Well, I got to go back and.
I can't watch videos.
Well, here's the deal.
Let's all just sit and watch the video. For
one of the things a psyop is everybody, all your major news organizations are parroting the same thing. If that is going on, it's a psyop.
Yeah, because they've just been given information.
Yeah.
Say this to the public. I don't.
And,
it seems.
And he said the psyop is there to distract, like what you just said.
Yeah.
It's to distract from something else going on.
Anything else that you can. I mean, think about it. We talked about this. There's this insurance CEO thing that was assassinated. Everyone was talking about this Luis guy or whatever his
Dylan
name
Mulvaney.
is. Sure. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, Luigi,
Yeah, Luigi.
Mangione.
Yeah. So there was this corruption that was found in high up insurance.
He had back injuries.
Yep. Killed the guy. Everyone was getting riled up, and then all of a sudden,
There's drones.
There's drones.
Drones in New York,
Oh,
New
we-
Jersey.
we got to calm down the people. Let's talk about aliens. You know, it's like anyone who can take a step back and be like, what's going on?
I don't know. I think I believe the backpack nuke thing.
All right, you
'Cause-
suck.
That's
Get
a-
out of here. Get him off the show. His brain's not wild enough, man.
No, well, here's the thing. I was listening to Sean Ryan, and he had a
That dude's a psyop too, bro.
Okay, cool.
I'm
Well,
just kidding.
Is he really? Ryan Graves?
no, he had an ex-CIA targeter on there, and they were talking about how there's vests now that can't be detected by metal detectors, and the bombs or the
Are you kidding me?
and the chemicals that are used in the explosives are not detectable by the dogs that can sniff.
Wait a
bombs
minute.
because it's a different chemical they're not trained to sniff. So,
Who created that?
and then they also said that it's confirmed that there's like 1,000, or they think that there's 1,000 actual terrorists in the United States coming through the.
100%.
I keep wanting to say Dyatlov Pass. What is it called? That
The Rio Grande?
no, well, they do have to cross
The Rio
that.
River?
There's this pass in like in
I saw that in the
Panama
Sicario,
or something like that. Yeah,
that little tunnel.
that's different.
Oh. Those are great
It's
movies,
close,
by the
though.
way.
Oh, they are.
I'm hearing there's a 3 coming out.
I think
And they're going to
so.
bring back Chick. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
She almost got killed.
Well, she didn't get killed though.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's why it was so exciting.
That's what I'm saying. She could have got taken out.
Emily
And
Blunt's a
Joe's like,
BA.
huh?
Emily Blunt's a BA.
That's true.
You think she's pretty?
I think she's fine.
She's a fine. She's a
wine.
tall glass of water. Well, she's married to that.
She's married
Big
to
Tuna.
Krasinski.
Yeah,
Big tuna.
Big Tuna.
Is that his? Oh yeah, Tuna. Yeah, yeah.
He seems like a cool guy too. Come on the show, man.
Yeah,
Never
come
listen.
come on in, Jim. What's his name? John
Well,
Krasinski.
We'll let him on if he
Yeah.
wants.
I
mean,
think he
don't
looks
know.
better with the beard.
Yeah, I agree.
From like 13
Clean-
hours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was good. It's amazing how an actor can do what he did on The Office and then flip that into another character that's so serious. I'm on the front lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching an embassy in where was that at?
Benghazi.
Benghazi.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What a day. Anyway.
Anyway,
Nicely
yeah.
done.
So yeah, you got I'm going Iranian mothership. You're going the CIA, and you're going they're
Backpack
looking
nuke.
they're looking for backpacks.
They're covering something up, bro. Skip forward.
Do we want to?
15
skip
minutes.
15 minutes. But we're live. If you want to be part of the show, 913. I hope I can hear the call coming in. 717-9979 is the number to call. Didn't you say you blasted out that like your whole family and
Yeah.
your people down in the
I
Ozarks
I
are
texted
listening
everybody.
live stream?
Yeah. People shooting at drones and
Mm.
stuff.
Hey, just put a pause on the drone for a minute. Call in the show. Let us know what you're doing.
Give us a yeehaw.
Where do we want to start? On
let's-
the Titanic.
What is the Titanic?
Well, let's go. First, it's a luxurious liner ship from White Star Lines.
Okay.
Okay, it was created 1904.
Yeah.
And I just did that off the top of my head. I don't even know if that's real.
Okay.
And I know J.P. Morgan was involved. It was his liner.
Yeah.
It was his cruise liners, and they got together with some people and said, "Hey, let's build these big cruise lines." And they built 2 of them at the same time, exactly identical.
Yeah.
The Titanic and the Olympic. And they were going to do a third one. And it was this huge thing. Hey, we want to get involved in getting people across this Atlantic Ocean and doing it real nice for folks.
Just live in luxury.
And there was, it was a huge boat, and it sank.
Really?
And then Bob's your uncle.
My uncle's name's Mark.
But I don't know why this. So it is.
It is.
The only thing I know is I always thought it was cut and dry. But after doing this type of podcast, talking to you guys, there seemed to be something more going on than the public was led to believe. So I'm hearing like it wasn't the Titanic that sank. It was the sister ship.
Yeah.
The Olympic.
There was money behind it. We did it on purpose. that kind of thing.
It's kind. I don't know. This one's kind of a weird one. For
Is
me,
this a
too.
Holy Grail?
This is a little bit of a Holy Grail.
Oh no,
situation.
Guapo's gonna destroy us.
Well, you know what? We got our dates right.
Hey,
this time.
Guapo, call in 913-717-9979. Call us and let us know if this is another Holy Grail that you don't want to listen to.
Well, I'll tell you what. I guess I'll start. Let's just read from the top here.
Okay. So we're going read mode.
On April 10th, 1912, the RMS Titanic set sail from Southampton, England, carrying more than 2,200 passengers and crew toward New York. Built at the Harland and Wolff shipyard in the Belfast and operated by the White Star Line, this oceanic marvel was heralded as unsinkable.
Unsinkable.
A technological triumph of its age. By the early morning hours of April 15th, however, it lays in two broken pieces at the bottom of the North Atlantic.
North Titanic. Yeah.
Approximately 400 miles south of Newfoundland. The disaster claimed over 1,500 lives, leaving the world shocked, grieving. More than a century later, still asking questions.
Okay, so that's the backdrop. That's the official story, right?
Yep. The ship broke. And then obviously we have a. We also.
I mean, we
obviously
got
have
a movie.
I mean, what else do you know?
James Cameron. I mean, come on.
I mean, that's about all the history you need to know at this point in time.
Just
you
watch
know?
the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, just watch the movie and then how about everybody? So watching the movie, you're like, okay, this is huge love story going on.
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen to this ship. And like you're waiting the whole time for this thing to hit an iceberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
and it's
it.
going down.
And then you're just like,
I'm just going to skip to the end.
Exactly. Skip to the good
I
part.
don't want to see Rose naked on a couch.
Oh, come on. That's the best part. I'm just kidding. You skip to that part. And then
Should I
skip.
remove my blouse?
Draw me like your French girls.
Draw me like your French girl.
You drew my nipples a little too dark. Anyway.
I mean, James Cameron had to add it in.
He
bro.
had to. He's like, you know what? This looks like my wife.
There you go. Done deal. Is that his wife?
I don't know. I'm just, I mean, in his mind, he's going, that looks like my wife. I want to see her naked on the couch.
Yeah.
And some dude drawing her.
There you go. Leo.
Leo DiCaprio. Hey, do I need to pull up any of your notes, Curtis, so we can
Give us some
I got 'em.
backdrop, bro.
You got them? Okay.
So my research consisted of, okay, what's going on in this timeline. And so I
you're the
actually
context
found
guy.
a really cool website. It's takemeback.to, and you can click on like any day in history, and it'll tell you the major world
I'm
events.
going to my
that are on.
birthday right now.
Yeah, I did that too. All right, so 17th of January, and this is the year
.to?
.to. Yeah, this is the same year that it happened. So Scott's tragic South Pole expedition. On January 17, 1912, British polar explorer Sir Robert Falcon Scott, known as Scott of the Antarctic, reached the South Pole only to discover that a Norwegian explorer beat him there.
Wait, you're telling me things that happened on the same day Titanic
Not
sank.
same day, same year.
Same
Oh, year,
So I'm
okay.
kind of
year.
like leading up to
So
it.
January
if I
was-
click on my birthday,
Yeah,
but I can't do the year,
yeah,
where do you
can.
do that at?
Yeah, go. Well, shoot.
First time?
No, it looked different on my phone.
Oh, no. Okay, anyway,
Oh, boy.
continue.
Yeah, okay. Go home. Click home. Click
Oh, home?
Yeah, click home.
Take me back to.
Oh,
There
boy.
you go.
There you go.
Oh, here we
Type,
go.
type a day or year right there.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. Now you got the years down.
All right,
there.
go
Nicely
ahead.
done, you cheese ball.
All right, cool.
What do I do here?
Wait a minute. It took.
1968, bro. As 69,
I
I
wanna
thought we
see-
landed on the
I
moon.
want to see. Wait a minute. Have we been back to the moon?
I think so.
Anyway.
Well, now you're at the year.
Wait a
so-
minute. Wait a minute. I want to go the year and the date.
So type in the year and the date.
Oh, you got to do it here.
Yeah.
Bro,
Go
why?
ahead.
on the,
Wait,
on
how
the
long you been
phone-
using a computer?
Like, what's going on over there?
on the phone? You can go like click the year and then click the month and then the day.
This dude is a complete wizard on the soundboard, but he's like, wait, what do I do?
All right, go ahead. Go
All
ahead.
right.
We got
Go
too
ahead.
much verb
In
though.
18th of January, Lenin splits from the Russian Social Democratic Labor Party, and I won't go into all of these just because all of them are pertinent to
But
the Titanic.
there's something probably interesting in here.
Yeah,
What does pertinent mean?
Pertinent is
For our
like when you
listeners.
percolate coffee.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like
Yeah,
it seeps
It
through,
means relevant.
like a tea bag.
relevant. Good word.
But got it.
Boom.
Y'all can't stop me.
2nd of February, HMS A3 maritime tragedy. A significant naval disaster occurred when the Royal Navy submarine, again a British ship, HMS A3 sank off the Isle of Wight after being accidentally rammed by a depot ship, Hazard. Resulting in the loss of 14 crew members and highlighting the dangerous conditions of early submarine warfare.
Wait, the sub wasn't submerged, I assume.
I didn't dig into it.
Well, it said it was ran into by a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So keep the sub underwater, dude.
So they're late. The British were late to Antarctica.
Okay.
They had the Titanic, and then they also crashed another ship.
And they lost this country.
All in the same year.
And they lost this
All in the
country in
same year.
1776.
That's true. That was a few years earlier, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they going to get anything right?
Probably not.
Well, they're our friends now, so.
Oh, that's true.
They got a queen.
First,
There's
okay,
no
this,
Queen
this
of
one was
England.
weird. And the 1st of March, it lists as the first parachute jump from an airplane. But there were like 5 days in there that were listed as the first parachute jump from an airplane. But this was the first one. So U.S. Army Captain Albert Berry made aviation history by performing the first documented parachute jump from an airplane. 14th of March, Teddy Roosevelt enters presidential race.
1912.
14th of March.
Wow.
I had that on there twice. 2nd of April, RMS Titanic sea trial begins. Titanic commenced its critical sea trials in preparation for its maiden voyage, marking a significant moment in maritime engineering and transportation history. The 4th of April, Titanic arrives in Southampton.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so
So from England
yeah,
to America.
to England.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry, I got my.
I think it's port. His first port. Was
Okay,
in
so
Cork
okay,
or
gotcha.
something like that. I can't remember. But
so they just moved around ports from probably where it was built
Yeah.
to a port where people are going to get on the ship.
I think a lot of these ships,
Okay.
they'll like pick a bunch of people up in one place, and then they'll travel to another place, and then they'll pick a bunch of people up,
That sounds
and then
right.
and then they will set sail for their actual destination.
Where were they? Where's the destination? Do you know?
North New York.
They were going to New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
17th of April, RMS Carpathia rescues Titanic survivors. So that was obviously after the event. 18th of April, RMS Carpathia arrives with Titanic survivors in New York Harbor. Yep. 706 survivors from the tragic Titanic disaster. 20th April, Fenway Park official opening. 23rd, death of William Shakespeare. So William Shakespeare heard about the Titanic.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? That's why I love this
What?
context stuff. Yeah. Because you're like, oh, Shakespeare, he was.
I thought he was dead back in the
Me?
1800s.
I thought he was in the 1400s. he was jousting with Heath Ledger and stuff.
Yeah, and they were playing Queen.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, on trumpets.
Right.
Yeah. it was
Makes no
weird.
sense, but anyway.
2nd of May, the Royal Commission investigates Titanic sinking. 6th of May, Minia recovers Titanic victims' bodies. The cable ship Minia arrived in Halifax, Nova Scotia, bringing 17 more bodies recovered from the Titanic wreckage. 8th of May, founding of Paramount Pictures.
Oh,
So Paramount Pictures didn't exist when the Titanic sank.
Oh, gotcha.
11th of May, Alaska becomes a U.S. territory.
Excuse me?
Alaska wasn't a state when the Titanic sank.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's interesting.
23rd of May, launch of the SS Imperator.
Yeah.
The Hamburg America line launched SS Imperator in Hamburg, which was the world's
Hamburger.
largest ship at the time. This massive ocean liner represented a significant achievement in maritime engineering and transportation technology during the early 20th century. Now, Hamburg America line, if somebody knows, like, who built that ship, I couldn't find, I was looking at timelines. I wasn't digging into Hamburg America, so I think it's Germany. But 8th of June, Universal Pictures was founded. So
Wow, all these Hollywood stuff.
Universal was involved in making the movie Titanic.
Okay.
So
There it is.
Yep. There's the link. Construction of the Panama Canal, Pedro Miguel Locks, was on the 9th of June. The 3rd of July, Royal Commission concludes Titanic sinking investigation. It was a 42-day inquiry. Involved testimony of nearly 100 witnesses, represented the most extensive and detailed British public inquiry of its time, aimed at understanding the catastrophic maritime tragedy. The 6th of July that same year, New Mexico got its statehood. And that's the last event I kind of...
I'd like to drill on what happened on that day.
Yeah.
Let's drill it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So the
go.
boat was considered unsinkable, right?
well, that's what they said.
Do you know why? Do you have any notes on that?
No, I just figured they were like, hey, we're so good at this, it's not going to sink.
Well, the way that they designed it was they had
Like Noah's Ark?
16 watertight holes underneath. So the idea was one of them could get punctured and flood, and then they would just shut it off. And then
Shut her down.
Did you say watertight holes?
Holes, Hull. Yeah, so essentially
holes.
water holes.
Yeah, I'm from Alabama.
Watertight
Holes.
watertight compartments, we'll say.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So like if something happens, we can shut this and contain the water
Contain it.
from not going. Yeah, that makes
Yep.
sense.
So supposedly they could flood up to like 4 to 5 holes or compartments before the ship
before it
would
was
go
actually
down.
going. Yeah. So what went wrong?
It went through 6.
What?
The iceberg blasted through 6 of them.
Oh gosh.
And then they're like, "We're going down. We're all
there's
going to
10
die."
more, weren't there?
There's 16, yeah. So it was only designed that where they could puncture through 4 of them.
So was it layers thick on the hull?
No,
Or-
it's I don't
or
know if
was
you've
it
ever
just
seen.
compartments.
I would like to think that
So the length
it's
of the boat.
unsinkable because I made a material that can't be penetrated.
Unobtainium, right?
Well, maybe. I mean, that-
Adamantium?
no, unobtainium. From
Oh.
Avatar.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm sure they thought the steel wasn't going to be, but in the cold waters, there's
They're
theories of that.
icebergs. What are you talking
I mean,
about?
they weren't planning for that.
No.
They just see the iceberg float, and they didn't know the iceberg was underwater.
Nobody,
too.
yeah.
No
there
one
was no
thinks about that.
scientist that knew that at
Yeah,
that time.
none. That was I think 1950s.
That was a myth. Hey,
thing.
look at that ice cube on the water right
In
there.
1965, that's when they figured out that icebergs actually are.
You're a
big.
joke. You
Big.
just pulled that out of your butt. What are you talking about?
Wait. I got the dates messed up. 1956.
Okay. I'm not even going to look that up.
That's when Kate Winslet was born, too.
How'd they find
That's
that
true.
out? Did they dive underneath and see dang, this is big?
Someone fell off the Titanic
Oh
and
my-
saw.
and tried to swim to the bottom of the iceberg.
Someone tried to climb on the iceberg, and
It just
We
rolled
laugh
over.
a lot. I hope it's not offensive to people because these people died.
they did. There was a lot of
It's
people
for
passed away.
sure offensive.
And we're just making.
talking about Kate
Right.
Winslet's
Yeah.
nipples and everything.
Oh, my God.
Just don't post this.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the live. This
Yeah,
is
this,
live.
this is practicing. We're going to practice
The
this
internet
one.
is forever, guys. I hope
That's
you know
true.
Anyway,
Well, matter of fact, there's a couple of lives on my YouTube channel. It's blocked worldwide. This one will
Really?
probably be it too.
okay. There we go. So we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a terrible thing.
Anyway, it's
there
a
was a lot
terrible
of people that
tragedy.
died. But long story short, the unsinkable was because of their compartments, and it was basically lining from the front of the ship to the back of the ship. There was 16 individual compartments,
Yeah.
Compartments, not
and they
holes.
could
Got it.
Yeah. Right.
they could fill up to 4 to 5 of them, and still.
And still remain afloat.
Yeah, but then Captain Ahab was sitting there just roaring and just slammed straight and
Hey.
blew through 6, bro.
Let me see how close I can get to this iceberg. People will love it.
Yeah.
They want to get up close to it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like, I mean,
At
in
full
the-
speed.
Why would you?
I wonder how true that is. Like in the movie, he's like, "We got to get there quick," and he's like,
Just
32
20
knots. Yeah, max speed. Didn't see
call
it
the
coming.
boiler room.
Yeah, but it pierced
don't
through
like-
6, and the ship went down, bro.
Yeah, it
filled
went
up.
down.
Broke in half.
Hey, so what was the conspiracy here? So I've heard it wasn't real.
Maybe
That it's not the Titanic at the bottom. But do we have confirmation with divers that went down and seek the Titanic on the side? Or did somebody go down there and weld that on to make people just throw them off the...
that could be it because they couldn't find the Titanic for years. But let's get through a couple of the conspiracies.
Okay,
about
you
it.
got something?
I do. So, did the Titanic sail under a false name?
That's what I've heard.
One enduring conspiracy suggests that the vessel which sank was not the Titanic at all, but rather it was a nearly identical sister ship, the Olympic, which you mentioned earlier.
Right.
Allegedly, disguised in a desperate insurance scam, the theory posits that after the Titanic was damaged in a previous collision, White Star Line executives and shipbuilders orchestrated an elaborate ruse. They would quietly swap ships, collect on Titanic's substantial insurance policy, and solve their financial woes. Critics note that such a plot would require the silence and complicity of countless workers in Belfast and Southampton,
Yes.
a level of coordination that seems implausible. Archival documents, shipyard logs, and expert analysis have reportedly found no credible evidence of a swap. Still, the whispers remain. Why? Perhaps it's the lure of the unknown, the appeal of the simpler explanation of the catastrophe that should never have happened.
The catastrophe.
Yeah, the
Catastrophe.
It was a huge catastrophe.
catastrophe.
Oh
Catastrophe.
my goodness, man!
Catastrophe.
Reading mode.
Listen, when it's on paper, it looks weird.
Let me tell you guys right now, okay?
I've only had 3 hours sleep.
I've got a newborn at home. Okay,
That's true. Congratulations.
He wakes up all the time. Thankfully, my wife takes care of him.
Congratulations.
Appreciate
and
that.
what's the young lad's name?
His name's Elijah.
Oh, that's nice, dude.
And he's coming in the spirit of Elijah, bro.
Dude, he's about to hit something.
It was
about to
Elijah
bring-
Curtis, right?
Yeah,
I thought it was Elijah Curtis Byron.
yeah. Curtis, Byron, Jason.
He's gonna have like 12 names.
It's just a bunch of hyphens.
It's a surname. But
What
anyway, so
do you guys think about that?
Is there
got
any
something.
validity to what you're just claiming?
Well-
So the impact Titanic sinking on Morgan and White Star Lines. So J.P. Morgan owned White Star Lines. Okay.
Yeah, why are the Morgans always involved?
And what
in
did
stuff?
JP stand for?
Jonathan Penis?
Yep. Okay. Continue on. Yep. That's
John
verified.
Pierpont. John Pierpont Morgan.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I was way off.
Okay, so the sinking of the Titanic dealt a significant blow to the White Star Lines and the IMMC. The tragedy tarnished the company's reputation and raised questions about safety and cost-cutting measures. The company never fully recovered from the Titanic disaster. It merged with its rival, Cunard Line, in 1934. J.P. Morgan died less than a year after Titanic's sinking in 1913. His involvement with the White Star Line and IMMC remains a small but intriguing part of his larger legacy. So it was kind of like Trump, where he's just got so many businesses and stuff, and some of them go under, some of them are
He's like, whatever.
Yeah.
monsters, you know what I mean? So like the White Star Lines was just this lost leader kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't make him. Yeah, and so the idea that they switched the ships and stuff, because how many people would have to keep quiet, there would be people coming forward, be like, well, that wasn't the Titanic. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like even in like a conspiracy type of idea.
You're not on board with that, huh?
Nah, it's got a lot of holes in it. Kind of like the Titanic.
Yeah. No
Well,
pun
there's
intended.
Shut
up, boop.
Well, here's the thing.
Zinger.
If it what so, I'm trying to think of the benefit of switching this with the Olympic. How does that help Morgan?
Because of it says right here, it says because it's supposedly the wreckage when they did that little test run on his, what he talked about, they might have wrecked and they're trying to collect insurance money.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, but the insurance company said that the iceberg was a pre-existing condition, and they
Yeah.
they said that
And
they
they
wouldn't
denied.
cover it.
Yeah.
Denied coverage.
Denied coverage. So then
Gotcha.
J.P. Morgan had a heart
Said-
attack and died.
Well,
because it
so
bankrupted
then who came up with this plan? Like, hey, let's swap the ship and sink it.
I couldn't find any information
So-
on anybody
Listen,
that
bro.
actually did
Is
that.
this the Holy Grail?
We're on Fringe right now, okay? We're on Fringe.
Guapo, give us a call, please. We're sinking here.
Yeah, we got an iceberg and we're going 29
the
knots
Iranian
right
mothership crashed into the
yeah, not Iran-
Titanic.
We're sinking fast.
I'm trying to see. There's too much evidence, right? Like they've been to the Titanic. Well, matter of fact, I don't think I've ever seen video footage of the Titanic written on the hull
No, we've just always
underwater.
We've always
It's always this
seen-
rusty barnacle rail.
Yeah,
I think the James Cameron footage.
He got it.
I think so. I mean, I
Wait a minute.
saw the
Are you
movie,
saying he
like-
went down actually to the
Yes.
Titanic?
I think he
James-
went down
in that movie?
twice before he filmed the movie. Or
You're
something
joking
like that.
me.
No.
yeah.
Oh,
James
I thought all that
Cameron's
was
like
CG.
one of the people that have gone the deepest in the oceans too. Like he's
Well, go Cameron.
apparently like just in love with just going deep, deep, deep. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
Yeah,
take it or
and
leave
he
it.
actually the footage that he filmed, based on what IMDb said, was that the footage that he filmed was actually something that they were waffling back and forth whether or not to put it in the film, but they thought it would add credibility to this, semi fictional story of Rose.
Right. So that makes sense. Yeah, the Hope Diamond. Hey, listen, we're going to take a quick break. I know we're live streaming, but just hold on. You'll probably see our logo on the screen. But just hang in there. We'll be right back. And then we're going to talk about the Mummy's Curse coming up right after this break. Welcome back from the break. Thanks for hanging in there. We've got to pay the bills somehow. Thanks for hanging in there on YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, and TikTok, and also Facebook. If there's anybody out there, you can reach us on the show live. We're 913-717-9979. Waiting on Jason to give us a call. He's out in the field right now looking at drones and to see if he can actually get an identification serial number on the side. I think he's got one of those highfalutin telescopes.
Highfalutin?
Yeah. When we left, we just talked about we're probably in the middle of a Holy Grail episode, but we're still going to talk about what people are saying about this thing.
Well, we got some information.
And you said something about, or in your notes, you got something about a mummy's curse.
We do. We got that, but I do have one that I believe is the most plausible.
Do you want to save that till the end?
We'll get to that at the end.
The most plausible.
Yes.
I think the most plausible is it's a real ship. It sank, and your mom. Yeah, that's it.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, dude. Stop, bro.
You're not wild enough.
Quit. But we'll go
ahead.
mummy's curse. All right. So you guys kind of take this. We'll give you the ideas behind it. So the cursed cargo, the tale of the mummy's curse. What? In the aftermath of the sinking, sensational headlines captured the public imagination. One particularly persistent story evolved in an Egyptian mummy supposedly cursed, lurking in the Titanic's cargo hold. According to these rumors, this ancient relic brought misfortune upon the ship and all who sailed in her. Journalistic investigations to cargo manifests and museum records have found no record of such mummy aboard. The legend appears to be nothing more than an enduring piece of maritime folklore, yet it survives in part because it offers a dramatic, almost supernatural explanation for a tragedy that still confounds. Why did such a grand vessel go down so quickly and so unexpectedly? So what do you think?
Look, I just got back from the Universal Studios in Florida, and I wrote The Curse of the Mummy.
Oh, really?
What'd you think?
It's real, dude.
You think there is a mummy's curse?
Yeah.
As he reaches for the conspiracy book.
I reached for our Bible.
Did I show this on the
Probably not.
show last time?
Look,
this is a great book.
It's only $10 apparently.
Unsolved Conspiracies.
Barnes and
And
Noble.
this is probably going to be our show for the next year, 2025.
Yeah.
We're just going to go straight out of that book.
You know what it was, actually. This is what... Okay.
What?
You guys are reading Unseen Realm, okay, by Dr. Michael Heiser.
Yes.
What happened was
Nice
you
plug.
had the thank you. You had the jurisdiction of one
Jurisdiction?
That was
My
Sean Connery.
jurisdiction's pretty much in your face.
Anyway,
Yeah.
they left the jurisdiction of one entity over in France. They went over maritime waters. They joined into the like another
Illuminati?
jurisdiction area.
Oh.
And that one was warring with the other one. And boom, Bob's your uncle. He destroyed
wow.
the ship.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
He
whoa,
moved.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay.
He moved the
can-
iceberg.
I can follow that.
Yeah, you're on board with it.
So like two rival
Gods.
maritime things going on.
Well,
Yeah.
I got some on that. In 1902, J.P. Morgan purchased the White Star Line as a part of International Mercantile Marine Company. That was the IMMC I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
A shipping trust he created to control transatlantic shipping. The IMMC was Morgan's attempt to monopolize the shipping industry and compete with British and German shipping lines like Cunard Line and Hamburg America. White Star Line, unlike its main competitor Cunard, which focused on speed, White Star Lines emphasized luxury and comfort.
Gotcha.
The Titanic and its sister ships, Olympic and Britannic, were part of its strategy to attract wealthy passengers.
Oh.
Morgan planned on to be on the Titanic's maiden voyage, but canceled his trip the last minute. Officially, this was due to business obligations and health issues. Well, he died of a heart attack.
Oh, wow.
Recently, shortly after. I mean, though his absence had fueled conspiracy theories. So,
Yeah.
anyway,
We're going to get to that one. That was what I want. It talks about, let's just hit that one because the next one I have is divine judgment. Some people think that God
Divine judgment.
himself sunk the ship because they said that God himself cannot sink the
That's
ship.
true. They said that.
So they're like, you know what?
Why would you make that
I
statement?
bet God sunk the ship. I mean, that could be it too. I'm not totally off board with
Well,
that.
I mean,
have
the
you ever heard the
unseen realm.
parable of wheat and the tares?
Yes. You have to put them all together.
Where he lets
Don't separate
he lets the wheat and the
they grow
and the
up.
weeds grow up together, because if you pull out the weeds,
You're gonna-
the wheat will get ruined too.
Right.
So
Dang.
that's my argument when anytime, like when Katrina happened or anything like that, like any big disaster, they're like, well, they're just killing those dirty areas of the world. Maybe. I'm not saying God couldn't work like that.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't
But-
know. So, revisiting the debris field, 1985, decades passed before the wreck was eventually definitively
Got it.
located in 1985 by joint American-French expedition led by Dr. Robert Balliard in Jean-Louis Michel. The images of the tangled metal, scattered artifacts, and eerie silence offered concrete details.
Yeah.
The Titanic remnants located nearly 13,000 feet below the ocean's level.
Okay.
Okay, so that's when they found the boat. Okay, so let's get to the juicy stuff, bro. We're
Right.
going
What do you
back-
got? What do you got?
All right. So the most compelling narrative, to me personally, centers on the influential American financier, J.P. Morgan, like you said. He was not just a passenger who missed the sailing at the last moment. He was also a controlling figure behind the White Star Line's parent company.
Ooh.
On board and among other notables were John Jacob Astor the Fourth,
Hammerschmidt?
Isidor Straus, and Benjamin Guggenheim. You guys know, Guggenheim is
Guggenheim.
the Guggenheim family is still a very wealthy family.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Even today. Three wealthy and influential men said to have opposed certain financial reforms that would later lead to the creation of the U.S. Federal Reserve.
Which happened a year and a half after the Titanic sank.
Yep. The timing is intriguing. The Titanic sank in April 1912. The Federal Reserve Act would pass in December 1913. Some conspiracy theorists argue that removing these powerful dissenters cleared the path for Morgan's financial ambitions, yet historians caution against connecting dots too hastily. Morgan's last-minute withdrawal has been attributed to illness, official story, and no direct evidence ties his absence to a nefarious plot. Still, lingering question remains. So let's go into this. J.P. Morgan's last-minute cancellation in the financial power play. When examining the various theories surrounding the Titanic's demise, the idea that most powerful financial interests were somehow involved tends to attract the most scrutiny and curiosity. Although definitive proof remains elusive, certain historical details make this scenario feel more grounded. So, J.P. Morgan, an American titan, top financial titan, held significant influence over the White Star Line's parent company. The International Mercantile Marine, his role in orchestrating or directly benefiting from the Titanic's journey was no secret. He was among those who shaped the global shipping industry and modern financial structures. Morgan originally planned to sail on the Titanic's maiden voyage, having even selected and designed a lavish suite for himself. Yet at the 11th hour, he canceled his trip. Illness was the public reason given, but the timing raises eyebrows. On board were some of the world's wealthiest and most prominent businessmen, such as John Jacob Astor IV, Benjamin Guggenheim, and Isidor Straus. These men were not merely wealthy, they wielded influence that could shape political and economic policies. According to certain accounts, these men were among those skeptical or resistant to the idea of establishing a centralized banking system in the United States.
They rejected it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just over a year after the Titanic sank, the Federal Reserve Act passed in 1913, creating the central banking system that transformed American finance. For conspiracists, this sequence of events seemed too convenient to be coincidence.
Well, sure.
So,
if you want more information on the creation of the Federal Reserve Bank,
You can listen to our podcast show, Federal Reserve, Money's Not Real.
Right. And then after you do that, read the book, The Creature from Jekyll Island.
Oh, yes.
That was
We spoke to
illuminating.
that as well.
Does that have anything about the Titanic in it?
I don't remember.
That
I don't
is
think
very.
so.
I didn't know those ties were.
They might have mentioned.
I had
it.
no idea that was that connection was there.
Follow the money, bro.
If
Every
there's
time.
a conspiracy, I like this one for the conspiracy.
Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
Because the Federal Reserve should never have gotten in bed.
They
with
should have
those
shut that
people.
down, bro.
Years ago.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, Trump's been saying he's going to shut it down.
Well,
We don't need
don't get on a
central
boat.
banking system in America.
Yeah. So,
Anyway,
The timing and circumstances. The collision with the iceberg occurred on April 14, 1912, leading to the ship sinking in the early hours of April 15th. Astor, Guggenheim, and Strauss, titans of the industry and potential opponents of certain financial reforms, perished in the icy Atlantic. Morgan, who would likely have rubbed shoulders with them in the ship's first-class salons, was safely ashore. While it's crucial to note that the Federal Reserve Act creation resulted from years of debate and extensive input, blah, 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 the removal of 3 powerful dissenting voices in such a pivotal moment presents an irresistible narrative of dark intrigue. So they, from what they were debating it, and it seemed like these guys were against it. And this was like their last.
So those guys were dead. They didn't get survived.
No, they died.
They died. For
Yeah.
sure.
Rest in peace, Guggenheim.
Yeah, Guggenheim.
I mean, his family's doing
and John
fine.
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yep. Yeah, so they died. So there is a lack of a smoking gun. So now documenting smoking gun confirms that Morgan orchestrated the tragedy. The Titanic's sinking can be thoroughly attributed to human error, inadequate safety measures, and sheer bad luck. Official inquiries on both sides of the Atlantic found no evidence of sabotage. Historians often point out that Morgan had health issues, pressing business to address, providing reasonable explanation for his withdrawal.
He died
Moreover-
less than a year later after the Titanic, so maybe his health issues did stop him from getting on, or business, or whatever he had.
No,
in Europe.
JP was all about the Central, right?
Yeah.
The Federal Reserve. Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the 5 that actually helped create it.
Unless he knew his health was declining, and he's like, "This is what we need to do to get this passed, so I will be immortalized." 'Cause
Didn't
he
the
was.
captain go down with the ship?
Well, sure, he should.
You would have to convince this guy
Yeah.
to run into
So
an
ma-
iceberg.
Maybe it's like a bad TV show where they like kidnap his family.
Yes. And that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's because you think like, nobody's going to do that.
You ran
Well,
this
but
iceberg.
What
or-
if, hey, we'll take care of your family.
Yeah.
And they've got, documents that we're going to give them X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
We're going to take care of them.
We'll give
or
you
we're
a
gonna
pallet
kill
of
'em.
money from the
Or we're going to
Federal
kill 'em.
Reserve.
But if you do this, here's what's going to happen to your family. We'll take care of them. But if you don't, they're going to meet their demise.
Just like you are.
Yeah. And he's like, well, I'm going to take care of my family. He's going to college.
Unless here's the
Wait
other,
a minute. Did
here's
he
the
have
other thing.
family? Let's go down that rabbit hole.
Well, let's go down this rabbit hole first, and then we'll go down to that rabbit hole.
Dang, he's controlling the rabbit hole.
Let me rabbit hole.
I'm in the hole.
Okay, listen to me. Let's say Mr. Captain Edward John Smith, who was just a captain.
Okay.
Okay. He
Sounds like a captain's
He was
name.
told by Mr. Morgan, "We're going to pay you a substantial amount of whatever,
Yeah.
to crash his boat." Okay.
Listen, you can get on a lifeboat.
He crashes the boat. Okay. Let me read this to you.
He hits the iceberg. So he knew.
So
If I get
Captain
close to this thing, I'm going to shred the whole of the ship.
Captain Edward John Smith perished when the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912. Commanding officer of the ill-fated ship, Captain Smith, chose to go down with the vessel, adhering to the maritime tradition of the captain's duty. So, the final moments. He was last seen on the bridge. Captain Smith was actively involved in managing the ship's evacuation after the Titanic struck the iceberg late on the night of April 14th. The last confirmed sighting of the Captain Smith was on ship's bridge, where he was overseeing the emergency operations. Witnesses reported seeing him helping passengers and directing crew. No survivors reported his presence.
Okay.
So,
Wait a minute. You saying he was never found?
never found. Well, hang on. Let me see. Let me make
Whoa,
sure.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Let's
whoa.
make sure before
Wait a minute.
people are going to eat us alive here.
Yeah.
Body,
Guapo.
body not recovered.
Body not recovered.
That's it.
I think he was picked up by a German
That's it.
U-boat.
Or he disguised himself once he got in the water on one of the boats,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like a normal passenger.
Or
And nobody
maybe-
recognized him.
Maybe he had another boat separate for him.
Yeah.
Pre-planned. Or the other thing I was going to go on before I read the rest of that was maybe he had a last minute change of heart and was like,
This-
"Dude,
Crap,
can't
I
go."
just killed all these people.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Or maybe he thought, hey, everybody can get on these lifeboats. Nobody's going to die.
Wasn't there something about them not closing off you talked about the different the compartments?
Yeah.
They didn't close off the compartments.
Was that true?
But I think
Because it does show that in the movie.
But yeah, what they were talking about had they didn't think anything was wrong until already it was too late. like too many of the compartments had been flooded.
Well, the weird things is here's the reason for the conspiracies.
Okay.
First, I feel like the biggest thing of why this seems like was planned was because of the lack of the lifeboats. They didn't have enough for everyone on board.
I thought they did. They just didn't let the.
No.
They only let the elites on.
No, there wasn't enough.
They didn't have enough.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
But why kill these people?
Because it just
That doesn't even make sense.
Governments kill people all the time.
Because
That's true.
In J.P. Morgan's mind, it was more important to
sink this luxury liner.
To sink the luxury liner to push his financial thing.
And to get these people that are against my Federal Reserve, I need to kill them. Why didn't you just assassinate them?
Necessary evil. Because he's not tied to it.
Oh, and it'll look like, it's an accident.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like the show Blacklist, man. Have you guys ever seen that
I
show?
love that show.
It's a dope show. One of the first episodes.
I hated when she got off the show, though. It kind of went downhill after that.
I didn't know she left the show.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I haven't seen it.
I just messed it up for
No,
you.
my wife's watching it more than me, but I'll watch
what
it every once
season
in a
you
while.
on?
I think the first one still.
Oh, no. I just screwed it up for you.
boy.
It's all right. But one of the first people
I have that
he
to look
talks
forward
about,
to.
he's like, hey, this guy's an assassin. He's on my blacklist. And he's like, they're like, why come we've never heard? He's like, because every single person he kills, it looks like an accident. And he'll kill people in like a train crash and like stuff like that.
Like Mr. Glass?
Yeah. Sure.
Unbreakable.
I don't know. But
That's a good one, too.
anyway, he could have, like I said, he could have went down with the ship, or he could have had someone else pick him up, and he just snuck out a different
That's
way.
true.
I mean, his body was
The
never-
bottom line is this huge luxury liner did hit an iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
It did bust through the hole, and it did sink. And that is the captain's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because nobody else could have steered this ship as close as to an iceberg. Or is there some type of iceberg? Oh, we're fine. You know what I'm gonna say? Like the second lieutenant. What do you call that guy? The next in line? It's not
XO?
the captain. Yeah, the XO. Did the XO go, hey Cap, we're getting a little close here. Our protocols say we shouldn't be this close. Or
There wouldn't have been any light though.
It's fine.
Hey, look up on that. See what the moon was doing that night.
Oh, wait a minute.
Because if they didn't have any moon, it would have been pitch black. There wouldn't have been any way to see
Hold
it.
up, I'm on my birthday right here.
Yeah, get off your birthday, man.
Oh, look. Wait, I'll look at that later. What day was this? This is
Was it the
1914?
Let's see.
Hold on.
What was the date? Somebody call in and tell us.
Wait a minute. No, it was 19. I need to go home.
April.
Listen to this. Inadequate response to iceberg. So there were multiple iceberg warnings ignored or miscommunicated. So throughout the day on April 14th, Titanic received several iceberg warnings from other ships via the Marconi wireless system.
Marconi.
However,
We just talked about him in our Tesla episode.
Yeah.
boy.
However, these warnings were not adequately prioritized or misunderstood. Although delayed route adjustments, although the Titanic altered its course to the south to avoid icebergs, the changes were insignificant given the density of the ice in the area. The ship continued on a path that still exposed it to significant iceberg risks.
I don't even know why y'all are driving around in freaking
Listen-
waters with icebergs.
Listen to this.
That's dumb.
That Titanic lookouts in the crow's nest did not have access to binoculars, which were locked away in the ship's storage areas.
Well, who knew that? Who wrote that? Does he know that for sure?
Yep.
I need to fact check that. Why would you have a binocular up in the crow's nest? He's in on it too.
Everyone's on
The
board.
the guy in the crow's nest.
This is one big conspiracy, dude. J.P. Morgan paid all these people
so,
off.
yeah, the captain's like, hey, I'm going to get close to here. You're going to help the crow's nest. Listen, don't take your binoculars up there. And if we get close, don't yell down because
Okay.
I'm going to hit it.
So the moon.
Oh,
Was
did you look at it?
The moon was in waning crescent that day.
Explain that.
It means waning, meaning it was like that, the C shape, and it was waning.
It's waning and it's a
Yeah.
crescent. Okay.
If it's waxing,
so that
it's
means we
coming
don't.
into new moon.
Yeah.
And then if it's waning, it's going into.
I've got the
Sorry,
smartest
not-
people on the show.
Was it new moon? Is new moon the one that's no?
New
the one
moon
that's
is
blacked
nothing.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's,
Full
it was
moon
going
is
into
its-
full moon.
Okay.
It was coming.
So we
out
got
of full
no
moon.
light.
Very
on the
little,
seas.
at least, probably. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm on the sea, surely at night is that so? like maritime people, they use the stars and the moon for navigation, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that we'd have to use the moon for some light, because the ship didn't have any lights.
I doubt that.
I would think.
Why wouldn't you put headlights on a ship?
Wait, I'm just.
Some nice LEDs.
Why wouldn't you?
Like the cars you drive
Listen,
around with, blinding you
listen.
all the time.
Okay, here's another thing to think about, guys. And I always think of this.
Holy Grail.
Thank you. Guapo, have you called in yet? 913-717-9979. We're about to wrap this up if you want to be part of the show. Here's what I always think about. And tell me if this has happened. Because after 9/11, there's not been another skyscraper that has been taken down by fire and had free fall speed. It's the first time it's happened, and it's never happened again. Has another ship before this or after ever been sank by an iceberg?
Let's look it up.
That's a good question.
That's what I always think about, because the whole pancake theory from engineers on the 9/11 towers, nah, dude.
Yeah.
Free fall speed, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Because buildings fall at, the path of least resistance, and it had no resistance.
Yeah.
Which
It was
that
almost
doesn't
like
happen.
all of
It
the
had
supports
plenty
were
of
taken out.
resistance.
Yeah.
It had plenty of resistance. So I want to make sure that any other ship, or did we go, hey, we learned our lesson. Don't get near icebergs, especially with Royal Caribbean cruises, Princess liners. We've got tons of liners out there.
Well,
Has anybody
We've
sank
had
since
icebreaker
then?
ships
Yeah, there's
for
been
a
tons.
long time.
There has been?
Yeah, there's been a lot.
Okay, well, that's
Well,
my
even-
theory. It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah,
Just
so-
like
It's
a
gone.
fart in the
Well,
breeze.
even before the Titanic, a bunch of
Excuse me.
Really?
Yeah, they were breaking up.
Oh,
That's one of the things. It's like the area I was about to read before, that he was driving through or riding the boat through. That was a commonly known area. So
Just
the area,
sink ships.
Yeah, the area where the Titanic sank was part of a heavily trafficked and ice-prone area. During
Why
that
are
time
you
of the
going in
year.
here if ships have sank before? You've got 22,000
It
people.
says navigating through such
Or excuse
waters
me,
required constant vigilance and adaptability.
So no binoculars. Constant vigilance and no binoculars.
No binoculars. They were locked up. He was going 20 freaking max speed, dude.
So here's the thing. So if J.P. Morgan orchestrated this, right? Let's say he did. He got off the boat, was like, I'm not going. He tells the captain, look, this other Hamburger line and the Quinart line are way faster, but we're luxury. We can also be faster. Go as fast as you can there, right? And so he doesn't have to tell the captain, hey, you're going to die on this ship. He just orchestrates like, hey, this is the best possible chance to sink this ship, and then sends him off at Mach Jesus.
Yeah,
and
he says
then
the ship can handle it.
Ship can
Go
handle
through
it.
this area.
Boom.
So JP
I like that
Morgan
one.
said-
That's the best theory we've had so far.
He's a straight
I like
dirtbag, bro.
but I think that connects with the Federal Reserve too.
Well, I got some closing statements here.
Oh, some closing thoughts.
Okay.
Everybody, bow your heads, close your eyes. I'm going to close with this.
Let me close with this, okay? Okay. So then the
I got
realm
you.
of conspiracy theories, plausibility often rests on how easily one can imagine real world motives.
Real world.
Financial gain, consolidation of power, and strategic removal of obstacles are sadly familiar themes in human history. The Titanic, because of its legendary status and cast of high-profile passengers, offers a perfect stage on which to project these motives. While most historians maintain that the theory is far from proven and likely will never be fully substantiated, its narrative fits the pattern of political and economic intrigue we see throughout time. The theory doesn't demand supernatural influences, nor does it rely on too many unbelievable coincidences. Instead, it hinges on a known figure's suspicious absence, influential victim's loss, and a monumental financial shift that followed. Though lacking conclusive evidence, the J.P. Morgan and financial power play angle possesses elements that make it feel more plausible than the other Titanic conspiracies. It weaves together power, wealth, timing, and public policy changes, an environment in which quiet maneuvers and subtle manipulations could, at least in theory, find fertile ground. In the end, it remains an intriguing puzzle piece within the broader Titanic mystery, a scenario that invites careful consideration rather than outright dismissal.
Wow.
Dang.
Closing statement.
That was a heck of a closing statement. I got chills. I just want to say I think this is a bad idea.
The
Just for the
freaking
record.
recorder. Oh my god.
This is kind of. I'm kind of sad now.
We gotta sing it in an Indian
I'm
accent.
sad.
Oh my gosh.
Every
Every
night
night
in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That
Yes, Curtis
is
got the bass.
how I know you. Go on, far across the distance and spaces between us. You have come to show you.
You're like
go
reading a.
on. You have to do it. Come on.
You're reading.
Get off my back. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart goes go on.
Live stream.
Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. But just one time, it lasts for
Get it, Joe.
lifetime, and I'll never let go till we're gone. Love was when I loved you one true time. Where'd Byron go?
This is horrible.
In my
It was a bad
life.
idea.
Well, all this is Celine Dion. Go on. Where's Jason? Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that my heart does go on. I love you. Once more, we gotta go for Jason. He's singing from home, baby. Take it. Take
Get it, Jason.
My heart will go on. What's up, man?
Stop. Just stop. All of you, stop right now.
What are you talking about, man?
This is offensive to Leonardo. This is offensive
I thought we were getting better.
to everybody.
Oh,
What do you mean, man? We're
what's
singing
up?
our
We're
heart
just.
out.
This was part of the. I mean, it made sense.
Yeah.
It made sense. I was watching from an undisclosed location, and I just had to call in because it was brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah, this is probably the most brutal one, but it. I think it was timely.
Was it my pitch? Was it a little off or?
I think you nailed the Indian accent, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was your pitch or your facial expression.
I like how the camera was on Joey the entire time.
Oh, man,
yeah,
I'm
welcome to the
fixing
show,
these drones
Jason.
and I couldn't
If
focus.
nobody knows, Jason's just called in and interrupted our great singing. You in an you checking the drones out, bro?
Yeah, checking the drones out. I mean, I was checking them out, and then you scared them away with that song.
That's all it
Really?
took.
Well, good, man.
That's all it took.
Next time
But
we see him,
listen-
we'll go out. We'll
Blast
do
some
it
Celine
again.
Dion.
We'll rep
All
it
right,
back
well,
out.
I'll be back here soon in about 4 months.
Okay, 4 months. So
I traveled on foot.
Okay.
Through the
And
Appalachian Trail.
I should be back soon.
all right, thanks, man. I appreciate you calling in. How's the live stream?
It's fantastic.
Okay.
It's really good, to be honest.
So,
All right.
I mean, are we talking Holy Grail 2.0, or is this like Nephilim, bro?
Oh, this was pretty good. It was like Nephilim
Sweet.
until the end.
Just
Hey,
fell off.
We knew it was going to be bad, but we did it anyway.
Yeah, we
because
knew
we're
it was gonna be
persistent.
Oh
bad.
man.
I protested
Oof.
the whole time.
Well, Well, guys, you guys get back to it, and I will see you on the flippity flop.
All right, man.
Should we restart?
Miss you on the show.
Let's restart the song.
Let's restart.
Thanks for
I think we can do better the second time.
Dude, Celine Dion 2.0.
No,
I think I get the pitch right this time.
we're not doing that again.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
Well,
we can do it
shoot.
outside.
Okay.
Near,
I don't know if the
far.
neighbors would like that.
All right, that's going to do it for the Titanic. I hope everyone enjoyed this episode. I know I did. I learned a lot. I wasn't aware of all the connections that were made, and I hope Guapo is pretty happy about our conclusions.
He's
I was
not
just
gonna
kidding about the German U-boats too.
No, I think that's a good plausible thing. It could be.
Something happened.
He's probably a Nazi.
Well, it was,
Yeah,
they didn't exist yet. I don't think.
he was.
Oh, the U-boats?
He was the Knights Templar.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for the live stream. If you are part of the live stream, we're about to record some more. And if you want to keep watching the live stream. Oh, did you want to give a shout out, Curtis?
Oh. To who? No.
I thought you
Well-
said you wanted to shout out some folks.
Well, I was just talking about the people who were watching and commented on the live stream.
Did they?
Yeah.
What'd they say?
I don't know. I saw it.
Oh.
Pulled it up.
Pull it
Which
up, bro.
one?
Shout out
Right
real
in front of
quick.
me.
Oh, Andy Monahan said, "Love your show, guys. Hope you have a great Christmas and a brilliant
Andy.
New Year."
You too, Andy.
Hey, thanks, Andy. Appreciate that. A lot of people joined over here. No comments.
Robson Dean said, "Love the pod, guys."
Sorry, Robson Dean. I know Robson Dean.
Really?
Love the pod, guys. Yeah, appreciate that.
Love you too.
Love you. Thanks for listening. If you want to check out our, I was going to make another note here. Everybody that has, hold on, let me change. Okay, everybody that has contributed to our show financially with a monthly subscription, I'm sad to say that Spotify is retiring that program. So, as of January 2nd, you will no longer get billed whatever you contributed monthly. So we are going to come up with another subscription model. So hang tight if you still want to financially support the show. But the listener subscription is going to be gone January 2nd. So that's going to go bye-bye. So, but we're going to come up with another subscription model if you want to support the show financially. So
Like Venmo.
that's coming. No, there's another subscription model they got for Spotify. So we'll talk about what that looks like.
If you want to send me a hat.
Yeah, the hat.
It's,
you know the P.O. box?
Yeah, it's P.O. Box 68, Peculiar, Missouri, 64078. Send me a hat.
Curtis wears a hat every episode, a new hat.
New
if
hat.
you want him to wear your hat, send it to that P.O. box.
And then include whatever name you want me to drop, and I'll drop you on the podcast.
That's right.
Yes.
Good job. So that's the notes right there. Hey, make sure you go to bottomofthat.com, check out our blog for all our show notes and resource material. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, our X. Also on TikTok. If you're listening on YouTube, which you probably are right now, since we're live streaming. Also, we're on Rumble. Do me a favor, like this episode, subscribe, and also comment, which is going to get this algorithm out to more people that want to hear this content. If you didn't like this episode, I thank you for listening this long, and I appreciate you hanging in there with us because we're a bunch of goofballs. Tune in next week. You might hear Joey say,
Hideki Matsui.
"Oh, that's good." What does that mean?
I think it was a baseball player.
Okay.